Hey yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy Ace is back at it again with another one. Today's video, we doing the rankings. The rankings of all legends. And I'm not gonna say this is like what everybody's saying. This is my personal opinion, so we're just gonna go all that because it's my channel. So let's get right into it. First we got starting off with the T tier, aka trash tier. Octane and Crypto. I know some of y'all Octane Crypto mains out there, but the fact of the matter is that they're trash right now. They're not really competitive. Like you can play them in pubs and they straight, and you know they serve a purpose there, but in rankings and shit like that, any other day, like they just not good characters to play with. Like first of all, Octane, he definitely needs a rework. Because none of his abilities are like team based or works good for team. Like playing solo, you can rock out with him. You know, you can do what you need to do, throw your pass, save people. You can rock out with him. But when it comes to competitive or just playing with good people, he doesn't serve a purpose. So I think he needs one, a rework, or they need to really buff some stuff for him. And you know that pretty much is my whole gripe with Octane and Crypto. He definitely needs a rework. Like the play style you have to play with him is so slow compared to other legends. Like I'm a Pathfinder main, so my play style is rushing. I rush. I'm super aggro with it. So trying to go from Pathfinder to Crypto is like a whole world's change, bro. You gotta change your whole outlook of how you play with somebody when you play with him. Like 100% whole outlook of trying to play with somebody. Like when he goes to put his drone out, like that whole animation plus the time it takes for you to get out, it's just a no-go, bro. It's a big no-go. Like it takes you 25 minutes to put on your little visor and put your drone out. Like it should work him to where he can pull out his drone automatically. Like his drone will come out by pressing one button. You know how you can press the EMP button. Well, instead of pressing it like that, you should be able to press it to get the drone out. Just to throw it out. Like not to go in and do anything, just to literally throw it out. Like you say you're running into a fight, you press a button and then he comes out. So he's there. He can scan whatever. He can EMP, because the big thing with him is using his EMP. But if it takes 25 minutes for you to just for him to get out, to do the EMP, you're no good to your teammates or yourself. Like you're gonna be a disadvantage every time. So now we're gonna move on to the next tier. The next tier is the Super Trash Saturday tier, I like to call it. It's gonna have Revenant, Mirage, and Bloodhound. Now, Revenant, everybody in this tier has gotten major buffs or reworks. Like Revenant had his silence buffed. I think it's been buffed in her, but for the most part it's been buffed. So now he has 2 silences that last 20 seconds each. Plus they buffed his special ability, which before used to give you like 1 health and shield, like when dying from it and coming back. Now it gives you half shield, half health. So now you have full shield, half health when you come back out of it, which is a super plus. But he doesn't come in handy like he should. Like the way they describe him when he was about to get released and stuff like that, they described him in a whole completely different way. And when we got him, it was like he was a whole different character that didn't serve any purpose. Now he seems to be like getting into rotations. I see him in Tokyo high rank being played with caustic and wraith combinations, and it looks pretty good. Like it looks pretty good for the most part. I just think he needs a little bit on the edge to get to where they want him to go. In Mirage this season 5, he got a huge rework. Like now when he when you do his ability, he actually his drones actually do what he does. Which they should all did that. Like at the beginning they should have all copy him. Like at the beginning when you press his special, like you made a bunch of drones, but they all just like sat there in a circle. Like they all just sitting there playing craps in a circle and whatnot. So that made him super trash. So they buffed that, and they also buff his ability when he goes to revive people. He turns invisible, and the person he's reviving turns invisible, which is super clutch. Like, I have a game with me just reviving my teammate right beside an enemy, like right beside an enemy. He not even know it. Like, that's super clutch. Like, I can see him getting, well, he's definitely getting played more, but I could definitely see him like working into some combinations together, because that rework is everything. And the next one is Bloodhound. Bloodhound, he also got a whole rework, buff, whatever you want to call it. He's definitely being huge right now. Like, his whole scans like that whole map. You get to an area, you press his, there's this regular old scanner, but you press his regular old scan ability, scans the whole map. You get to see people. I think your teammates get to see people now. Like, before his ability, you didn't get to see anybody. Like, it was just you that seen people, not your teammates. But now your teammates see all that. And they buffed his special too when you go in little Bloodhound mode. I don't know if they took this away. I haven't really played with Bloodhound too much this season at all, but I know they had it buffed to where when you did his little hunt of the death or whatever it's called, that every time you killed somebody or downed somebody, it gave you like an extra, I think it was like 5 seconds on your hunt. So I don't know if they took that away or not, but that was a huge buff on that part. We're gonna go to the next tier. Next tier, I like to call this tier. Back then they didn't want to play me, but now I'm hot and they all alone. And this is gonna consist of Bangalore and Caustic. Now Bangalore, she's gotten nerfs and buffs over time, which in the long run has hurt her more than anything. But for the most part, like, she's not really needed or played a lot. I see her play a lot in pubs and stuff like that, but like her utility to comps and stuff like that are just not useful anymore. Like, she smokes out, yeah, but like for her, I think she needs a buff when it comes to the smoke, because when she pops smoke, she should be able to see through her own smoke. At least her, like, if they're not gonna make it a team thing, which they, this is a team game, so they should make abilities a true team. They should make at least her be able to see through her smoke without a digital. Like, she shouldn't need a digital to see through her own smoke. I mean, her character model wears glasses. So I don't see why there's even a need to not include her vision to see through the smoke. So that's why I put her in this list, because back then she was hot. Like, back then, season 1, season 2, kind of, she was getting played a lot. A lot. But yeah, next one is Caustic. Caustic, he has gotten pretty much nerfs over time. Like, I think it was last season, he had just got nerfed to his gas. Like, they was hitting his gas for whatever reason. When, like, there was people that played him, but nobody really played with him because of the way his gas affect other teammates. Like, it sucked because his gas will hurt teammates more than it would help him. But now his gas got a buff, so now your teammates get to see through the gas perfectly fine. So now he's been played a lot. Like, I even main Caustic now. Like, he gets played a lot. That's why it sucks to put him in the third to bottom tier. Alright, we're gonna do the next tier up, which is KIAs, which is gonna consist of Pathfinder, Lifeline, and Loba. And for all y'all Loba mains, I don't want to hear nothing in the comments. Don't get on me. This is my opinion. Pathfinder, we all know, he's the god. He's the god of Apex repositions and getting away. Like, he's a god at that until this nerf. Like, they nerfed him in the ground. They're not playing, bro. They took his grapple ability used to be like between 13 and 15 seconds for respawn time. Now it's 35 seconds. As a Pathfinder main, bro, like now it's to the position where if you're playing Pathfinder, you're good. Like, you're good, or you just don't want to leave Pathfinder behind. But, like, I'm at the point where, like, it's frustrating because the biggest thing about Pathfinder that I love was his ability to get away. Now you have to pick and choose. Now you have to pick and choose whether you want to get away or get there, because you got 35 seconds. Now when you do it, when you do your grapple, it's either a life or death situation. You can't just use it all willy-nilly just to get there, get back. So that's why I put him in the KIAs, you know, 4th tier from the bottom. Next one is Lifeline. She's got a buff. She just got a buff for this season. She's great again. I mean, for the most part, like the gold shield got a nerf, and then she got a buff, which made her like viable to play again. Like, and I love her. I mean, she's Jamaican. You know, she's on my type of time. I fucks with her as a person. You know what I'm saying? And as a legend. So you know, she got a buff, but she's just not quite up there to where the last 3 is up there at. And Loba, she's a new character, and she's probably the best new character that has came out that didn't need a buff or a nerf right away. Like, she's super balanced. I like her. I like her teleport, even though you get caught up using that. And I like her black market. It's super sweet when it comes to her situation. And she's sexy as hell. Like, come on. Like, look at her. Like, turn her around, throw it back. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Dab on it. But yeah, that's why she's in that tier, but not quite in that tier. All right, now we'll move on to the A tier. Gibraltar and Watson. This is self-explanatory right here. Gibraltar, big Hawaiian, got his gun shield, got his bubble, got his storm. He is killing it right now. Plus with the buff to his bubble come last season, he's still super viable. If anything, he's more viable than he was now because Pathfinder got nerfed. So I used to be a Gibraltar. I used to be a Gibraltar main. I Gibraltar main since I started playing this game, which I started playing this game full time, like in season 2. I started playing Gibraltar. So that's the reason he's up there. And Watson's still viable. She's viable in rank, pubs, and everything. She's great. Her fences is doing her thing. Even though she got nerfed to her special, she's still doing her thing. So that's why she's up there. And now we're doing to the final tier. We're doing for the S tier. And we already know it's one legend left. Wraith. Wraith is literally the best legend in the game. Nobody tops her. Nobody can mess with her. She is the BITCH. You dig? Like she gets in there and she gets out. She done got nurse buffs. She done got all that, and she's still super viable. She's the only legend in this game that can still get in and out of a fight with no problems there. Like she has her phase, she has her portal, which both of those being used, you're invincible for a certain amount of seconds. There's nobody in the game that's invulnerable or invincible from getting shot but her. She's super viable. She probably got the best costumes in the game. Like a good Wraith main, killing it, bro. Like I'm even thinking about maining Wraith my damn self. Like that's the worst part about it. But yeah, that's my top list. This is what I think is the list right there. This probably the way I'm gonna keep it for a while until some of these either get reworked or redone or something like that. But for the most part, yeah, it's the list. This is how it's gonna be ranked, at least until they get reworked or whatever a new legend comes into play, which we'll probably be getting a new legend come next season. I see rumors out there of what that is, so we're about to see. But yeah, it's your boy Aces. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe at the bottom of this video. Take a look at the rest of my inventory. Holla at your boy, and I'm out. Let's get it.